All right, welcome back, Glow Getters. Welcome to another episode of the Glow Collective podcast. I'm your host, Dr.V, and in today's episode, we bring you another dedicated and amazing individual who shares their story and I'm sure is going to inspire all of you out there who are listening, who have a desire to start a business and really just create a life that they love. And today's guest shares his journey while using his creativity, passion, and ambition to reach his goals, and really how to spread this desire for beauty amongst his clients. So today we interview the wonderful cosmetologist Michael Hamed. He is an incredibly talented hairstylist, and he has his own hair salon here in Fort Wayne, Indiana called Contour Full Spectrum Spa. Now, Michael was born and raised in Turkey and came to the US as a young teenager. He had the hopes of making his dreams come true. He started off his career in New York as he attended beauty school right after high school and just knew what his calling was. And once he started his journey in the hair industry, he had to learn how to put himself out there and just be vulnerable. And this is something that really struck home with me, as when we step out on our own, vulnerability and putting yourself out there in the professional realm can be scary. And Michael shares his journey while navigating all of this. Now, Michael's passion in the fashion beauty history has always lived inside of him. And I loved this episode because we talked about hair in the realm of aesthetics. And aesthetics includes everything hair, skin, and nails, at least from the dermatology side. And it was really a pleasure to connect with someone who's incredibly successful and loves what he does. He spends his time and energy in mentoring young hairstylists to really live their dreams and to really empower men and women alike to really just take care and just love their hair. And I couldn't agree more with how, hair is just another extension of ourselves and also of our beauty. And when we look confident, we feel confident. And so get ready for today's episode because we go in depth in hair and beauty. Michael shares some of his favorite glow up hair tips and really just shares his perspective and his journey. And as a phenomenal cosmetologist and hairstylist, he really views his clients as a whole. And so ready to dive into today's episode and unleash your glow, go-getters. All right, guys. So welcome to today's episode. Please welcome Michael on our podcast today. Hi, Michael.
Hello. Hi.
So how are you doing?
Really good. Thank you. How are you doing?
Good. I know we've been having a little bit of hit and miss of trying to schedule, so I'm glad that we're able to do this recording today. And this is virtually.
My days off are, which is Monday.
Okay.
It's just, normally it's very busy and crazy. Yes.
So to start off with, why don't you tell our listeners a little bit about who you are, your background, and then we'll dive into how you and I connected.
Sure. Well, Michael Hamed, I'm a cosmetologist, been in the hair industry for years, worked in Europe, trained in New York City, worked in Europe, back to New York, worked there for about 10 years. And then I've been here in Fort Wayne, probably at least 25. And I like the community and I'm raising children. It's a very nice city.
Where are you from originally?
Okay, from the Middle East, Turkey.
Okay. And then when did you move to the United States?
Oh gosh, when I was a kid in 76. So finished high school in New York City, went to beauty school in New York City and worked. So really, it's like most of my life is here.
Yeah. So can you tell our listeners a little bit about how being an immigrant here, how that's helped shape you within your career, really?
You see the opportunities, okay, and you don't have a choice. I mean, you have to either educate yourself or you have to work hard. And then with me, choosing the hair industry, I believe, you are born to do the task. So hair is an art, and I always have the eye for it, and that's why I chose it. And when I was after high school, I wanted to go to college, and I did do a year of college, but I wanted, to make money like instantaneously. So I went to beauty school, and I said, I'll do it part time. And one thing led to the other, and kaboom! I never done anything else. Yes.
So, how old were you when you knew that you wanted to do hair?
You know what influenced it? I traveled a lot, okay, like Europe and here and there, and I always been interested you know, in the fashion industry, and hair is a big part of it. And I can look, especially at a lady, and I know how she should have her hair, her makeup, even how she should be walking. So, I have mentored many, and I'm very happy to do it.
How do you feel that being a male in the hair industry, what has that been like for you? Have you noticed any differences with other cosmetologists that are female?
With being a male, I find women trust me more. Not that female hairdressers not good; they are equally good. It's just we all see the opposite differently. So a lot of ladies, even I mentored many hairdressers, I would say at least over 75. And many ladies, they look at me, Michael, what do you think? And I said, she's doing a good job. So really, we both see it different, and we both need the male and the female to complete the task
I
in
love
the
that.
industry.
Yeah.
But it's more ladies than men in my field.
Yeah. No, that is true. So, with your experience in the hair industry, what are a couple tips that you could give our listeners for keeping our hair nice and, well, full, shiny, and beautiful?
That's not a challenge. A lot of people, they overdo it, like they feel they have to shampoo daily and all that. Okay, you really, unless if your hair is super oily, you should not be shampooing daily, perhaps every other day. The products are very important. Hair care products, especially if you're getting like color, and I would say 90% of my clients get in some kind of chemical treatment, either color all over or highlight. So it's not, the color is not just to cover gray. It really is to enhance the cut, to enhance your looks. It's just to give you something more exciting, you know?
Hmm.
And also, fuller hair, I would say finishing the shampoo with a cool rinse. I do have some products like the volumizing tonic by Aveda. I love it. Gives you a lot of fullness to fine body, to fine hair. Also, really not overdoing the hair, like over hot water is bad. There is many factors.
Hmm. Yeah, no, I mean, that all makes sense. And ending, like, same thing with the skincare is we say don't use extremely hot water, use cooler water and different things like that. Products make a big difference. So you mentioned
That's
the volumizing tonic from Aveda. What are a couple of your other really favorite products?
I love Volumizing tonic. I like also the Valou. The Valou, it's by Davines. It's directly from Italy. I love it because I have some ladies. I do have ladies come from out of town, and they want something different than Aveda. So we have the Valou. Also, Aveda, I like the color conserve. It helps retention of the color. There is all kind of products like for fine hair, for curly hair, and in this weather we experience it now. For instance, there is something that anti-frizz, like for instance anti-humectant. And then for a lot of ladies that you do flat iron their hair, make sure that hair is thoroughly dry before you
Mm.
put the hot iron on it.
So what happens if we don't wait?
The hair is gonna frizz. I mean, it's gonna look good at home. You go out there in the humidity, and that hair is gonna go boom.
Okay.
Yes, it's gonna backfire on you. Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to need to incorporate that because I
So
probably don't fully wait until my hair is dry to
I get
at
it.
least
We're all
consider.
in a rush. Yes, yes.
All right, guys, I want to take a quick minute to give a shout out to our sponsor, Prolinium. So Prolinium is the maker of two of my absolute favorite fillers, Revenus Versa and Revenus Lips. Now, these two fillers are incredible because they have the highest concentration of hyaluronic acid, which is the magical little molecule that is naturally produced in your body and helps keeps your tissues hydrated and healthy. Now, both of these fillers are loaded with this molecule, and the high concentration means that Revenus produces long-lasting, beautiful results that will always look completely natural while keeping your skin and lips healthy and hydrated. Now, Revenus Versa is one of the newer FDA-approved HA injectables used to treat mild to severe facial wrinkles and folds, such as those smile lines around the mouth. It's one of the best ways to take years off your appearance and help you smile with total confidence. It is hands down my favorite and go-to HA filler. If you've been thinking about improving those smile lines and refreshing your look, then you've got to try Versa. Use promo code LIPS to receive 10% off your first treatment with me, or find a local Revenus provider near you. You own your own salon, correct? In Fort Wayne?
Correct.
Before, right now, it's tell us about how you got into owning and managing your own salon, and when did you start that?
When I came here from New York City, okay, I'm very free-spirited, and I like to think, I have an eye for hair. So I applied certain areas, and they tell me, "Do you have clientele?" It's like, "No, I'm new to town, but I'm good." Doors were not open, so I said, "Fine." So I would just meet people here and there, and within 6 months, I opened my own salon. And then I had intention to go back east, and I got so busy I couldn't leave. So
a good problem.
yeah, absolutely, yes. And owning your own business, it's not the easiest thing, but in the end, it's rewarding.
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely. I agree with you. What have been some of the biggest challenges and lessons you've learned from being an entrepreneur and having your own salon?
I'll be honest, it's really the staffing, okay? The staffing is a big challenge, especially these days.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where you just do your best with what you have.
Yeah. And I think that's a really good mentality to have no matter what.
Correct. And you're not wasting your energy on just trying to make it happen. It's already happening. Use the tools you have, do the best of what you have, do the best service, and at the end of the day you feel satisfied, you have happy clients. I get so many clients texting me, "Oh, I got so many compliments." It's like, it's rewarding.
Yeah.
And I have people fly from Naples. I have ladies come from Chicago, Ann Arbor, Detroit, Indianapolis, all over.
Yeah. And when you focus on service and just giving that great value and making men and women come in, and with women especially, like a hairstyle, a new haircut can make you, build your confidence, make you feel beautiful, and make you glow.
Absolutely. And, I get sometimes ladies that they come in and it's like, oh, they're not sure. It's like, and they are beautiful. I don't believe that there is somebody that's not attractive. We're all attractive in our own way. And then I have ladies come in, they're not sure. So by the time they leave, I feel really good deep inside because I have empowered them. They leave flying out of the salon, It's like, I never thought I looked like that. It's like, yes, you are beautiful. So I empower them. When you look good on the exterior, it gives you confidence.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree anymore. Yeah.
And it's unfortunate. It's first impression because, the first thing you see, if someone is coiffed, the hair is good, the makeup, you having a powerful outfit and you enter in a room, you're going to be heard. So, the right style on a lady and I have a lot of wonderful ladies, educated like yourself, that, they demand the best. And I like to believe I deliver.
Yeah, that's true. So when someone comes in, so let's get inside your mind a little bit. So when someone comes in and their hair's pulled back, or they're like, I don't know what I want to do. what are some of the first things that cross your mind when you start to approach a client and when you're going to get ready to style their hair?
I go through a lot of kind of like a briefing process, What don't you like about your hair? Because if you like what you want, you'll do it yourself. That's why you're seeking a professional, you know.
True.
And I don't mind ladies, showing me pictures because some people they say, "Oh, this way I know what you have in mind." So pictures are not offensive to me.
Mm-hmm.
I endorse pictures. But like if it's not the right, if somebody bring in something not realistic, I try to divert them away from it. Okay? Because it's not going to be the right fit.
So how do you approach that conversation?
I'll say this will look better than this because your hair texture won't do that. So I'm not going to say it's not going to work. So, because let's say fine hair and she want something really full and stuff. So you just want to endorse what the hair can do for her.
Yeah, that's true. And you have that eye and that vision for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So tell me a little bit more about with hair. So you're saying it's artwork to you, it represents art. Can you tell me a little bit more about where that passion came from?
As a child, okay, like for instance, growing up and the ladies back in the 60s, my mom would dress up and the hair is coiffed and stuff. And one of my aunts was a hairdresser. And it's like, and they were really glamorous. I mean, it's not jeans and all that. I mean, gowns and the hair and the makeup. So I said, And then, you're like, you look at magazines and then I would say, this lady will look good with this style. And so I think you are born to do the task.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not, nothing good comes easy. And it's have not been an easy road, but I'm still doing it. Obviously, I like it.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Right. So when
Yeah.
we had met initially, I was coming in. I know I got a last minute appointment with you, and it was your daughter that helped take the appointment. And
Sure.
so, let's see it from a different point of view. So, okay, I walk in, you see my hair pulled back. Were you like, oh my goodness, what's going on with this girl with her
Yeah.
hair?
I like fresh blood, because sometimes it's really hard to get in. I'm booked way in advance. But when I see somebody, okay, it's exciting to meet somebody new and to help
Mhm.
somebody like yourself. And if you don't need that much help,
Good
you
genes,
have
good genes.
beautiful hair. Yes, you have awesome hair. Okay. So it's
Yeah,
not a
just takes a
challenge.
little maintenance.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
And then a
But
lot of hairdressers, the very first thing they want to do is cut that long hair. Not me. I actually like long hair. I
yeah,
do all kinds of hair, short, long, medium. But if somebody love their short, long hair, I'm not going to say, let's cut it.
yeah,
But
yeah.
I'm going to show them how to manage it and make it easier for their lifestyle.
That is very true. Yeah, that's very true. So I know that I had met you. You had said that you used to have a bigger salon and had a lot more stylists underneath you. Can you share with our audience a little bit about what prompted you to make a transition into a smaller, more intimate salon space that you have now?
Sure. When we first start, we want bigger and better, and it's a dreams. Been there, done that. So at that time, I was not married, no
Mhm.
kids. So I built a big salon, okay, had like over 25 people. I was working 24/7, going, traveling here and there and stuff. But once my kids are born and the family, so you want to really balance your life, work and family. So when the right opportunity came, okay, and I just felt it's time. I am so happy to mentor so many hairdresser and make it happen for them, and their success, it reflects on my training, and I'm happy for them. So it was the right opportunity, and somebody approached me about my building, and I said, well, you know what? Why not? Because it gives me more freedom. So I went from 6,000 square feet to 1,500, and from
Wow.
25 to 3.
Yeah.
And as they say, less is more, because, I worked for years, and I'm in a position, thank God, that where I can afford to do that
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and spend more time with the family, which, I mean, they growing up. My oldest is in college. It's like, it's like, where did it go? And now I
Yeah.
still have two in high school, so I want to enjoy them.
Yeah. That's very true. So when you say, we have this mentality where more and more and more, where do you think we pick up that? Like, is it from society? Is it from family, our culture?
I think society, like you can shop. Even sometimes I get caught in it, like how many cars can we drive, or how big the house. More is more. It's clutter, also clutter into the mind. So when you less, you can pay attention to your mental health, physical health. It's good.
Mm-hmm.
It's really relieving your soul of extra baggage. Plus,
Yes,
when you're managing, the biggest issue about business is managing different personalities. You know,
that's true.
because a lot of time I felt I was babysitting. She's looking at me and this and that. It's like respect each other, and that's it. We
Yeah.
under the same roof.
Mm-hmm.
You know, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
that's
it's
true.
it's very challenging. Yes, I
Yeah.
love doing hair. I don't like managing people. Once I decided, it was done. And
Yeah.
once you come to that decision, you make it happen.
Yeah. And do you wish that you would have downsized earlier?
I believe the universe tells you when it's right. I felt in my heart it was the right time. And
Mm-hmm.
then I was lucky because shortly after that, this COVID thing comes in where we were closed for 4 months.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe it was the right move.
All right, you guys, and now for a little bit more from our sponsor, Prolinium. I'm even more excited with the launch of their newest filler, Revenus Lips. Did you know that lip rejuvenation is one of the most popular and requested minimally invasive procedure right now? You guys, as we age, our lips tend to look deflated and dry. For all of my glow getters curious about lip rejuvenation, we can create a subtle and naturally beautiful pout that will never look puffy or overdone. It's what I want to get in my own lips. And unlike other fillers, Revenus Lips is scientifically formulated to reduce swelling and produce long-lasting results. If you're curious to learn more, check out our Instagram page at DRVSKIN to see some of my amazing before and afters. Or you can find the local Revenus provider near you using the link in the show notes. And use promo code LIPS to receive 10% off your first treatment with me. COVID's impact all of our lives in so many different ways. And with the pandemic, I think, especially small businesses, it puts you in an incredibly challenging position. What was your experience, both personally, but also as a business owner?
I mean, it's not easy on any of us, okay? And I've been very careful, okay? Myself and the little staff I have, very clean, very careful. We wearing masks. We require everybody coming in the salon to wear the same thing. And we seen some challenge in there, convincing some people, but we're trying to save you, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
it unfortunately it's real, because I hear it's just like the flu. It's a really bad flu.
Yeah.
Yeah, but and you can't think about just the monetary thing. You have to think about yourself, your family, your clients, your environment.
Mm-hmm.
So, with being smaller, it's easier to manage,
Yeah, that is
especially
true.
especially in this health pandemic.
Yes, that's absolutely true. Yeah, that's very true. Within hair, we see different conditions that can be triggered from viruses and hair shedding, hair loss that can happen. Are you seeing that as a
Absolutely.
hairstylist?
Absolutely. Some of the ladies that did get it and recovered, a lot of them are losing their hair a lot. And
Yes.
then one of my clients, she lost all of it. It's just coming back after 8 months.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
that is very alarming. and
Yeah,
and then out there they're not telling people that, ladies, if you get COVID, you will lose your hair.
absolutely. Yeah, we're
They
seeing,
will they they will get vaccinated pronto,
yeah, yeah. I mean,
immediately.
we're seeing a lot, I always say any change in your immune system can make you go through a shedding process. And often we have a lot of female pattern hair thinning in society, just in general. And then with something like a viral syndrome like COVID, it puts you into what we call telogen effluvium, that hair shedding phase. And
Correct,
often when you
correct.
lose your hair, it never comes back to 100% to back to your baseline. And so then
That's
it
true.
comes managing those expectations. And as women and even as men, right, we identify with our hair.
Correct, correct. I mean, it's the crown of the beauty, the first thing people see.
Yeah, that's very true.
I mean, somebody can have like a Chanel suit, whatever, okay, the right suit, the right bag and stuff, but then the hair is very challenged. The look is not completed. It have to
That's
be
true.
all starting from the top and going to the bottom.
Yes, that is very true. That's absolutely true. So you said with your children, have any of them wanted to walk in your footsteps?
You know, I'm not encouraging them. My middle child, Maya, she's extremely talented. Okay. As far as fashion, she's a fashionista. She also paint. Unbelievable. I mean, she would rock the hair industry, but dad is not encouraging it. No way. It's not an easy. You have to stand. You have to have extremely thick skin, especially in the beginning of,
Mm.
like you have to be building a
Dealing with
clientele. You
like
have
constructive criticism?
absolutely, yeah, it's hard. I will
Yeah.
not wish it on her. Yes, you have to have very thick skin. Yes,
Right? Because this is your work, right?
absolutely. Because
Yeah.
when I worked in New York City, when I was just an apprentice, so a
Hmm.
lot of the ladies from Park Avenue, from the Upper East Side, they'll come in with their butler and they'll communicate to me through the butler. But then
Mm.
after they seen my work, no butler were allowed. They communicated directly with me. So
Yeah.
it takes a lot to build confidence,
Yeah.
especially when it comes to hair, because hair to ladies is more important than anything.
Yeah. That is true. The hair and their skin.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah. So some of our listeners, they are considering to go into aesthetics, cosmetics. Some of them are, considering cosmetology or other avenues. What are some tips that you could give some of our listeners to start to build that confidence when you start on a vocation?
Okay, you need to kind of like ask yourself, do I have what it takes? Do I like do it? Do I like people? Number one, you have to be a people lover, because it's not like behind a computer screen. You are right there on stage all day long. And building a clientele in the beginning, it requires time, effort, and energy.
Yeah.
With that and humility, you have to stay humble, and like you mentioned earlier, you have to take positive criticism from your mentor. Okay, and I believe I mentored many, and I'm the type of boss that I'm not like a type you have to do this. No, the way I think about it, we are as strong as our weakest. So if someone is weak in certain area, we pull them up, we educate them, and we don't make them feel less. But back to the cosmetology and the hair industry and the skin industry, it's not easy. Okay, but it's rewarding if you're willing to put everything on, all the effort and the energy to make it happen.
Yeah. That is
It
very
is
true.
rewarding.
Yeah.
Yes.
It is it is a competitive field to get into aesthetics, whether it's skin, hair, all these other services that can be provided. And the biggest thing I find is what you said. You have to love people and you have to have a passion for what you want to do. And it becomes, when you start to master your craft, it becomes play and it's fun.
Absolutely. And, a lot of the clients, after a while, they become family. They are highly valued. We get invited to their weddings and this and vice versa. So, really, after a while, these people, because you see them every 3 weeks, they are family. I see some of my clients way more than my family. Yes.
Yeah.
And we blend our lives together, so it's not just doing the hair and buy now. There is a lot more to it. You build relationship, long lasting friendship and relationships and
Yeah.
trust.
That's absolutely true. And I think when you were saying when you're starting out to just build your client list, it takes establishing trust, right?
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah.
Also, you need to have, you have to go out on a limb and have a little bit of guts and confidence to do it.
Yeah. So can you tell me more about ways that you've went out on a limb to put yourself out there?
Now, I don't, let's say I'm out, like working out or something. I don't tell people what I do because I'm busy. I change the subject, not to be arrogant, but it's like, after a while you become selective,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't, after 40 years behind the chair, I don't want to convince somebody I'm good. You know your work, you
Mm-hmm.
know, like in your business, we know you are good.
Mm-hmm.
So going out on a limb, like I used to do a lot of shows, like women's shelter. You go to country clubs, okay, and you volunteer yourself. You get involved with like local theater, and God knows I done so many theater. I was behind the scene, and when I worked in New York City, I did a lot of fashion shows where you have 7 minutes to change from up to down to. There's a lot, and it's exciting, and you see a lot more, and you can't personalize it. And for a dude, you can't think of them that way. It's just hair,
Mm-hmm.
clothes, and beautiful people, and they walk down because you have 7 minutes to change the set. But
Wow.
it's exciting. It's
Yeah.
exciting, and it energizes you. And certain days, I come home and I tell my wife, I'm over it. I'm done. I don't want it. I'm done. Then tonight, like Monday night, by tomorrow, I have a full book, and I see who's my first one, and I happen to like her, like you. So, and you just get re-energized, but you
Yeah.
have to pull away a little bit to appreciate it.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that is very true. Some time away, then you're right back at it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I think what inspires me the most and why I wanted to have you on the show was when I was in your salon, just the ability to strike up a conversation and connect is something that not very many people can do. Often it's just full of small talk and different things like that. And I really appreciated just there was a sense of trust and ability that there's more that meets the eye, and how can we come together to share our wisdom with others and to inspire others, right?
Absolutely. And I see a value in people. And for instance, when you came in, I can see you're not your cookie cutter. Okay. Even I told my wife, I text my wife, you must meet this woman. I mean, once in a while, I just, I like to connect people, especially when you see somebody of value. It's like, oh my God, where have you been? So I love people, and that's why I'm in that industry. And then, like in your care, like you as skin doctor, you look the part, you easy to talk to, because with all due respect, some doctors you can't talk to them. It's like, hello, you're human too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
We're all the
we
same at
all
the
need.
end.
Thank you. And we all need the same. We breathe the air, and we need the food.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
Yes. And I like collecting different ethnicity people, like it's not just one set. Like some people, they only do blonde. I don't. Like one woman, she came to me. This is really important. One lady came to me with bleached blonde hair. I looked at her. I said, no. And she says, what do you mean? It's like, I don't think so. She goes, yeah, it's like, I said, I know how you should look like. I said, do you want to look dynamite or do you want to look like everybody else? She said, I'm going to close my eyes and you do it. Her hair was from here.
Mhm.
It's short. No less. She gets at least 100 compliments a week. No week goes by without somebody calling me and says, I want her haircut.
That's true,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Yeah.
And I did it dark. Everybody mistakes her with the Chris Jenner.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Because I see in the face, but she had this blonde hair that was taken away from her. So the hair can really make you or break you.
Yeah. It's true. It's true. So I loved when you say, do you want to look right like at everyone else, or do you want to right look stand out and be uniquely
Absolutely.
you? Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Just go
That's
into
very
a store and get in like a suit that, they made 2,000 of them, looking like everybody else. Or you want one tailored for you that
yeah.
will fit like a glove, your
Yeah.
signature.
And now for a message from one of our sponsors. This podcast is sponsored by Alive and Vivid Skincare featuring Bakuchiol Glow, their signature serum containing bakuchiol, a revolutionary plant-based retinol. It also contains cannabinoids, specifically CBD and CBG, as well as other botanicals to combat common signs of aging, including wrinkles, redness, and texture. This is also great for rosacea-prone or acne-prone skin, or those who cannot tolerate retinols and desire alternatives to their skincare. It is formulated with effective and cutting-edge ingredients for those who desire cleaner, medical-grade skincare. Visit drvskin.com/alivevividskincare to learn more and use the promo code BAKUGLOW to receive 10% off your first order. Visit the show links to find this information. So how can we start to find our hair signature?
I design everybody different than anyone else. I don't do like triplets and everybody looking the same. No.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true.
Because it's not satisfying to me. I am
Mhm.
very particular. I am. Yes, yes. I have a couple of ladies, they doctors in Chicago. I gave them their formula. I talked to the hairdresser, and they still, one of them is coming this Saturday. And this Saturday, I'm doing a wedding of 17 people. So I'm going back to the salon because the wedding is at a location. And it's like, it's like, do you have to drive? She told me, Michael, I'll drive to Alaska. But, it's flattering.
Yeah.
But because
But
I
you
put
deserve
all
it,
my,
right?
thank you so much.
Yeah.
If you really, I cannot do something that I'm not convinced with. In the end
That's
of the day, you have to feel good about what you do because it harmonizes with your soul, with your well-being. It makes you feel good,
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And that's
you
what
know?
we're meant to find where our work becomes play and to spend time mastering that craft and doing so in a way that we can connect with ourselves, but allowing us to connect with others.
Absolutely, absolutely,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
And it's nice when a woman leaves there smiling when she came almost in tears, you
Yeah.
know? Or it's like, is that me? I never thought I can look like that. It's like, yeah, you're not
Yeah.
ugly.
Yeah.
I don't believe there is ugly.
Yeah. There's
Ugly
not.
sometimes, no, ugly sometimes in the behavior.
Yeah. 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 We all have something within ourselves that sometimes it's out there, but sometimes it takes going inward or having someone else look at us, seeing that value and pulling it out, out for
And
it.
yeah, yeah, correct. And also when a client comes in, like just like let's say I'm going to a different dentist, for instance. I'm used to my dentist. So, when a new client comes and they all come from like I don't advertise nothing, no walk-ins, none of that. So they come from someone that they see their work, and I only take people that been recommended. Like, how did you hear
Mhm.
about me? So when someone comes from Mrs. let's say Smith, okay, that sees Mrs. Smith said, she's still reluctant. Is he going to do right by me? So also you need to be putting yourself in their place. So, I'll make them feel comfortable. I give them
Mhm.
a consultation, It's like, what don't you like about your hair? Are you good with your hair? Do you like to work with it? What's your challenges? Then you put everything together. Then they start easing up a little bit, because when they come, they like glued to the chair like this. It's like, relax, relax, and they sit like this. Honestly, it's like, can you like relax, ma'am? Can you sit back and calm down?
Yeah. Take a
Yes,
deep
because
breath.
it's like you would think I'm going to do surgery. It's like, it's all, yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, they tell me, oh my God, when I leave the salon, I have to go home and shampoo it and redo it. The biggest compliment I get, I didn't have to redo it for the first time. Yes. So that's good.
Yeah, right?
Doing hair I'm almost a psychologist, because you hear a lot, and then sometimes these people, they just want an ear to listen to them,
Yeah.
because a lot of people, we don't listen to each other. A lot of people glued to the phone or electronic, people don't talk. Even I hear some of my ladies, they tell me their kids text them from upstairs, what's for dinner? It's like, really? No.
Different times we live in now, right?
It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Yes, yes,
Yeah. I mean, technology has its plus and minuses, right? Connects us, but sometimes
absolutely.
we're too connected. Yeah.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true.
How has the hair industry changed? How is the hair industry now versus when you first started several years ago? How has that shifted?
Okay, when I first started, it was different than now. For instance, the hair was much bigger, and the perm, like boom. It's like, yeah. Hair right now, it's more industrial, more color. The color is absolutely, I would say, 90%.
Hmm.
Because I don't know a lot of ladies that don't get color, either to complement their hair or here and there, unless if they're lucky like you, your color is perfect. So, but that's a short, like, a small percentage. So the hair industry have changed a lot, and people are coming to the salon more frequent. What used to be every 2 months is now every 3 to 4 weeks. So the salon is really a big part of today's life, because
Yeah.
people are taking care of their looks. They taking care of the way a lot of people work out, they dress better. So because we are out there, so the hair is a part of taking care of yourself.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And I think it's part of, like you said, it's your first impression. It's what people see. And if you can take
Exactly.
someone who's struggling with their skin or their hair and help them get to this place where it's clear, shiny, beautiful, when they walk in, instead of their chin down and like crunched over, right? They're up, they're open, they're confident and ready to
Uh,
meet people.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And what is the gray blend?
The gray blending is for men that don't want to look obvious that
Hmm.
they have their hair colored. So it keeps a little bit of the whitish, the salt pepper hair instead of so white. It gives you more
Hmm.
youthful, sporty look. So it's not like boom, you went from like gray to like jet black. So it's just like when people have a teeny bit of grain, the early grain process in the hair.
Okay. And I think, with men and aesthetics, we're seeing an increase in the number of males that want to come in for skincare and hair care, coming in for more styling and not just women.
And I have a lot of guys. Yes, I have a lot of men that get in Botox, fillers, and
Yeah. Oh,
procedures.
absolutely. Yeah. And, within hair, we do a lot of like PRP as
I
well, platelet rich plasma for hair loss or just hair growth. And so I think men and women alike, we're all on the same page where we really just want to present ourselves in the best light possible and feel our best.
absolutely. To me, the way I think about it, aging gracefully is for cowards, because we have the technology, we have wonderful doctors like you. So why
Yeah.
should we age? Who wouldn't want to
Yeah,
look their
that is
best?
very true. So final few questions for you. I call this section my 5-minute glow ups. So you have 5 minutes. what do you do to get your heart rate up?
5 minutes to get the heart rate up. Oh gosh, you do okay. Run or do some. Yes,
True.
run, lunges.
Yeah. Okay, I'll take it. So you have 5
Yes.
minutes. What do you do for a snack?
A snack,
Mm-hmm.
a banana.
Okay, simple. Okay, so you have 5 minutes. What do you do to relax?
Relaxing, I would say, even if you have 5 minutes, just find a dark area or like go to the break area or what have you, and just relax. Close your eyes for 5 minutes.
Very easy to withdraw.
Yes.
Last one of these. You have 5 minutes. What do you do to stretch?
I do some yoga. So there is a lot of yoga moves that will stretch your muscles. Touching your toes. That
That's fair.
touching your toes that keeps you young. Yeah.
Especially after standing
Absolutely.
all day, right?
I do a lot of stretches because I stand at 12 hours a day. If I don't work out, I would be crippled. And eating right and eating right. No smoking, none of that. I don't. Never have.
Yeah, at this point, it's about taking care of your mind, body, and soul all together.
Absolutely. It's all in connect.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, absolutely. So my second to last question for you. Okay, so you've reached the end of your days. You've accomplished and connected with as many people as you can. Your children are all very successful, and you've really been able to do everything you set out to do in your life. You have one gift that you get to leave for people to find. What would that one gift be?
Okay, like advice or something like something, an object.
Anything.
Okay, I would say spend as much time as you can with the ones you love, because time we can't buy. But you know what? Material stuff,
That's
you
true.
always can buy another car, another home, another dress, another shoes. But these people, okay, there is only certain people, which is your family, and that's it. That's what I'd say. And be kind to each other, because a lot of people forgot kindness. Just be kind, because you never know. One word can really make a huge difference in somebody's life. I tell people, smile to each other. You know, a smile can take a whole burden away from someone.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And you feel better in the process.
Absolutely. And it's less muscle, less energy.
That's very true. That's very true. So my final question for you is, what does unleash your glow mean to you?
That statement means to me, okay, be your best, okay, enjoy your energy, okay, and don't have things define your boundaries, okay, because boundaries are the ones we put on ourselves. So the world is a vast place, okay, you know, just go out there, do all the positive and live a little and affect others in a positive way. To me, that will make anything glow and be a better person.
And that is true.
Yes.
So how can our listeners find you if they want to connect with you?
The salon is on Covington Road. Okay. We are right on Covington Road, 6222 Covington Road. And we are there, and I do have a small website, and we are on Facebook.
Okay, perfect. So, well, thank you so much for taking the time taking the hour out to meet and to share just your energy, your time, and your wisdom with all of our audience. I really appreciate it.
I appreciate your time as well. Thank you so much.
All right, guys, if you enjoyed this episode of The Glow Collective, I humbly invite you to take a conscious moment to keep this vision glowing. I would love for you to subscribe, rate, and leave us an honest review. And if this podcast resonates with you, share it with 3 or 4 of your family friends. Tag me on Instagram at DRVSKIN and let me know which words and messages really hit home for you. Let's get the message growing. And why? Because I really want you to glow. Our time is now. And this podcast is only made possible because of you, because I am called to give back to you and share these ideas, thoughts, and messages with all of you, my intrigued glow-getting listeners. We are high vibrational beings here to grow and feel. We are meant to create and perceive deeper experiences of connection and to ultimately enhance the level of love and joy in our relationships of our life. So this is a wrap to today's episode. I'm your host, Dr. V. Stay tuned for the upcoming episode of the Glow Collective, and let's live, love, and glow.